Sticking in the faith realm, AI has been a topic of debate, with some faith leaders saying go to God, not a computer, for answers to questions in life. Pope Francis speaking out about potential dangers of artificial intelligence, warning the technology could have algorithms that are biased and that it should not be used to fuel conflicts and antagonism, but instead be utilized for the service of humanity. Meanwhile, a new AI app is allowing users to text with Jesus and other biblical figures. It's billed for, quote, devoted Christians seeking a deeper connection with the Bible. Let's bring in Niall Stanage, White House columnist for The Hill, who's been texting with Jesus all morning, I hear. Niall, is this a group or is this a business that is clearly aligned with a faith message where it really wants to help people? Or is this a business that's capitalizing on communities of faith who want to actually feel like they're talking to Jesus?
So it is not affiliated with any church or any denomination, but it isn't intended as a mocking thing. This is not a joke Jesus, as it were. This is using AI to what they describe as providing encouragement and guidance in accordance with biblical principles. Now, having said all that, you are limited in how much you can use the free proportion of the app. I ran out of free messages in my experiments this morning. And if you want to text other biblical figures, you need to pay $2.99 a month for that privilege.
Oh, okay. So some of the key figures, we got to talk about this because I believe that you can actually text with all of the apostles. There are the other members of the family. I don't know if you actually text with the Virgin Mary, but she would be a part of the first family of faith there. Apparently, users can chat with Satan if they want to. That doesn't seem right.
They can. Satan is part of the premium plan, whereas Jesus is not. So I don't know what we want to extrapolate from that. But you can indeed chat with Satan. I have not paid my $3 to do so, so I can't tell what advice he gives on these matters.
I think I would speak with Mary Magdalene before I would speak to Satan any day of the week. You know, for people of the faith community, there are some who think that this is heresy. But is the popularity expected to pick up as it feels more real, maybe, than actually, I don't know, getting on your knees and praying to Jesus?
It could do, I suppose. I mean, the key question here is what really is the point of it, right? Now, I guess maybe if you were a person of faith, maybe perhaps a younger person of faith, you might find it a cool app. You might find it interesting to share with your friends. The app suggests, of course, that it is not heretical or blasphemous. But as you say, that would get pushback, you know, from quite a few religious people who would say, okay, if it's not a joke, you are nevertheless pretending that it is the voice of Jesus, when in fact it's the voice of an algorithm.
It's the voice of an algorithm. What did you text Jesus today? What kinds of questions did you ask?
Well, I texted various things about what he thought about other religions, what he thought about divisive topics, but I also texted him that I was going to tell you about the app and what should you know. And the answer was quite long, included authenticity about how this provides guidance rooted in teachings of the Bible. But ChatGPT Jesus went on, remember to let Adrienne know that while this app may offer insights and encouragement in her faith journey, it should not replace genuine fellowship within a local church community or seeking wisdom from trusted spiritual mentors.
I have a question for you because ChatGPT Jesus giving, you know, good advice today. There were some who actually tried the app in its beta form, and they reported that Jesus talked in an upright or strange tone in the beta forms of the app. Do you believe that ChatGPT Jesus was warm and friendly and just like you would imagine he would be?
ChatGPT Jesus has definitely loosened up a bit based on reportings from that beta version. He seems a much more conversational Jesus now.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.